In this video, we'll show you how to customize your profile for a profile picture and the types of files that you typically deal with. If you look at the top navigation bar here, you should have the option Preferences. And when you click into it, you'll notice at the very top here on your screen, you should see your username, email address, as well as first name and last name. To the right, you can see there's just a silhouette right now, as opposed to a picture of me, and maybe I want to change that. If I click this Change Image button, I'll be guided through a couple prompts here to find a image on my desktop or in a folder. And when I open it and click this Upload button, you'll see that it'll automatically refresh the page, and I suddenly have a profile image now when I log into my profile. A few sections I'd like to point out here in the Preferences section deal with file types. Here you can see in the Interactive Whiteboard File Settings section, my default whiteboard file for now is Smart Files, but maybe I'm a Promethean user and I can click this drop down and update it so that when I click any interactive whiteboard file in the system, whether I'm doing search or pulling up something that maybe I've uploaded to the system or one of my colleagues has, it'll automatically, by default, launch the Promethean application as opposed to Smart. Similarly, in the Document Settings section, you have a couple other file types in case we've got some Apple users watching this video. And in the ebook settings, you can see as well, you can select some different file types depending on the types of devices you and your students might be using from day to day. The very last thing I'll point out is down here at the very bottom, you've got search and browse settings. I recommend probably leaving this as it is. You've got a nice broad search to start. We'll learn in future videos or in the user guide ways that you can narrow down the search later on if you're a third or fourth grade teacher and you want to narrow down that range. But you can do that here if you'd like that always to be the default. But there are other ways to narrow down your search later on in future tutorials.